Hi there guys, I hope you are having a good day. Now with the uncertainty of what is happening with Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 3, Tyson Fury is happy to fight Anthony Joshua in December. He said this before and then he came out and said that okay, he's fighting Deontay Wilder in December, he wants to focus on that, then it's Anthony Joshua after that in 2021. Eddie Hearn has also recently explained that 2 fights for Undisputed between Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury will take place in 2021. But with Tyson Fury uncertain as to what is happening with his fight with Deontay Wilder in December, he said if he cannot fight Deontay Wilder, then he wants to fight in the UK. And why not let that be Anthony Joshua? Now, obviously, this is coming after that December 19th date was moved and not moved to another date. We don't know when this fight between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder is going to happen. It's uncertain at the moment, so they're currently looking for a new date for that, and Tyson Fury has explained he's fed up with them moving it forwards, backwards, looking for dates. He wants a date. He wants to know when he's fighting. He's ready to fight now. So he's eager to get back into the ring and do what he does best. So if he has to take a different fight from a Deontay Wilder, then he'll do that. He said if he doesn't fight Deontay Wilder in the US or wherever that fight may be, then he wants to come back to the UK. So it is up to Tyson Fury's promoters to get a date sorted for his fight. He's eager, he's ready to get back in there. And I'm guessing he's thinking, if not Deontay Wilder, then why not Anthony Joshua? But I don't believe it will happen in December. We've had this before, we've already gone through it, that Tyson Fury is fighting Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua is fighting Kubrat Pulev. There was talks and possibilities of December happening for Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury. That was kind of pushed to the side. Now all of a sudden it has come back around after Tyson Fury does not have a date for Deontay Wilder in December. After that was moved from December 19th. It's going backwards and forwards and he's fed up with that. But that does not mean that he can get an Anthony Joshua fight. The thing is, Anthony Joshua has already postponed his fight with Kubrat Pulev once. Now he has not a solid, but a pretty concrete date. December 12th for his fight with Pulev. He's not going to put that off with the possibility of a potential fight with Tyson Fury. So ultimately Anthony Joshua is in a position where he has to fight Kubrat Pulev. If he could get out of that fight, can Team Fury guarantee that they will be able to fight him in December? That is the important thing, because if they cannot, then that would just mean that Anthony Joshua has once again put off a fight with Kubrat Pulev, and for no good reason. So I don't believe Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury will happen in December. I don't think anyone does really. I mean, Tyson Fury is happy to take that fight now. Anthony Joshua would be if it was 100% guaranteed, but it's not. So if Tyson Fury for whatever reason does not fight Deontay Wilder, it won't be Anthony Joshua in my opinion. But who else could it be? He wants to come back to the UK and fight. So it could be anyone in the top 10. I mean, that would be a good fight for Tyson Fury. Maybe Oscar Rivas, I believe he has gone over to Top Rank, so that could be a potential fight for Tyson Fury in the UK. Rivas has already been over to the UK to fight Dillian Whyte, so that's potential there for Tyson Fury. Maybe he wants to fight a UK fighter. We don't know. But ultimately, Tyson Fury is contracted to fight Deontay Wilder, and the only reason and the only way he doesn't make that fight happen is if Deontay Wilder decides he doesn't want to enforce his position with that contract. So Deontay Wilder dictates whether Tyson Fury fights him next or someone else. Can Tyson Fury fight someone in the interim before he fights Deontay Wilder? Well, I'm guessing the deal would have to be reworked in order for that to happen, because the deal is a trilogy fight and it was an immediate rematch. So that fight has to take place unless Deontay Wilder is happy to step aside and wait for that fight when they can bring crowds back, and then Tyson Fury can come back to the UK and have his homecoming fight that he so craves. Tyson Fury did say he's happy to fight without crowds if he has to, so that is kind of going to be the model in the UK if he were to come back and fight in this country. Now, with regards to Deontay Wilder, Eddie Hearn, Anthony Joshua's promoter, who is hoping to put Anthony Joshua in there with Fury as soon as possible, he has explained he's not liking the silence from Deontay Wilder, and the fact that there is a date put into place, then moved again, and it's kind of pinballing around, that doesn't instill much confidence that this fight is going to happen this year, especially if you're looking at it from Tyson Fury's point of view. Deontay Wilder can take the time he needs. He needs more time. That would benefit him more than Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury wants that fight done and sorted so he can move on. So the Fury fight for Deontay Wilder, if it gets pushed back even further, then I believe that does benefit Deontay Wilder more so than it does Tyson Fury. But there hasn't been much coming from Deontay Wilder in the media. He has been pretty silent, which I think is more of a positive sign than a negative one. Obviously, all of the excuses have come out about the suit, about gloves, about everything, conspiracy theories and all of that. Tyson Fury was the better man on the night. He won the fight. He's better than Deontay Wilder, especially on February 22nd, 2020. Simple as that. That's the way it went. So ultimately, there are no excuses that can get Deontay Wilder away from that. But the reason why he's not talking to the media, in my opinion, or putting so many things online, is because Tyson Fury is right there waiting to react to it. So Deontay Wilder is being silent. He doesn't want to give Tyson Fury anything to react to. That is why I believe he has been so quiet in these months after that fight. He's been getting his head down and working. So that's kind of a positive thing, I would say, as opposed to coming out and just talking all the time to the media, because I believe that gives Tyson Fury the opportunity to try and get into the head of Deontay Wilder, something that Wilder is trying desperately to avoid. That is why I believe there were no press conferences for the second fight, but then obviously the fight wasn't selling, so they made it the press conferences. I don't think that Deontay Wilder wanted to be around Tyson Fury, because Fury will get straight into his head. That is what he done in the first fight, and he definitely done it also in the second fight. So Fury can't always do that to Wilder, so what Wilder is doing is trying to prevent that from happening. And with regards to this fight not happening, or it happening this year, I believe the fight will happen. I'm not sure whether it will happen this year. They do want to get a site fee if they can, or bring crowds back. Bob Arum has always explained that that is his idea. He wants to bring crowds back or get a site fee somewhere else so he can make up some of that gate revenue that would be lost. Meaning that this fight will go potentially to the highest bidder, wherever that may be. But considering this fight was once again moved from December 19th, kind of makes us believe that the possibility of this fight happening this year is shrinking day by day. And I think that Tyson Fury also recognises that. And he wants a big fight in December. So I think he's kind of thinking, why not AJ? But that fight cannot happen in December, in my opinion, because AJ has Pulev. He's not going to postpone that fight again when there is a possibility of it fighting Tyson Fury, not a certainty. So guys, anyway, what are your thoughts on this? Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder seems to be in the lurch at the moment. We don't know when it is going to happen. Moved from December 19th to who knows. Tyson Fury wants to fight Anthony Joshua in December if that fight does not happen, or have a homecoming to the UK. Guys, anyway, drop your thoughts in the comments below, leave a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.